guys, and welcome back to another Paint With Me video. In today's video we are going to be doing a little watercolor painting of some koi fish with some lily pads using a negative painting technique in my Etcher watercolor sketchbook. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about the shows I've been watching, the books I've been reading, some of my new favorite podcasts I've been listening to, and just kind of give you the heads up on what's been going on and maybe talk about some fall plans. So grab yourself a cozy drink or grab your sketchbook and let's paint. I am going to go ahead and apologize because I was basically sketching this and I started painting this in bed on my TV tray. So, not a TV tray, what is it? A little bed desk situation that I had going on, and I liked how it was turning out, so I kind of thought that I would start filming and just make it a video, and you missed the drawing part. Sorry about that. Anyway, you get the gist. I started it in bed. I decided I liked it. I ended up starting to film it, and for the first few layers of negative painting, it's pretty repetitive and just painting around certain shapes and objects and whatnot. So I started filming kind of where it got interesting. So hopefully that's okay. It's not a tutorial, but just some real-time painting in the background while I yap at ya. So let's start off with like a little July-August recap. So July started off really well, like really well. I had secretly gave myself a 30-day challenge to walk, read, and paint every day for 30 minutes for each thing, and it was going really, really well. I think I had only missed painting like 2 days out of those, out of the first 24. And on the 24th day, an accident took place. I had an immediate family member was on a bike ride and got hit by a car. Thankfully, there were no life-threatening injuries, just kind of like a broken leg and a laceration kind of situation. And like I said, it was immediate family, not my kids or my husband, but like my immediate family from like before kids and husband. So there's been lots of running around since then, lots of doctor's appointments, you know, we had the hospital stay, a surgery, and now we're leaning into physical therapy and all of that. So I have been a busy girl, but I was really, really proud of myself for the first 24 days of that month, and it was going really well, and I was going to make like a whole video about it. I had a bunch of footage. So I would like to try that again in the future to see if I can actually complete the 30 days, but the whole point of it was just to kind of like build good habits in place of my phone, because I was doom scrolling a lot this summer, like just doom scrolling like it was my job, and it's not something that I want to continue. I very much would like to spend my time wisely and not just spend my life scrolling on my phone. So I gave myself that challenge, and I took my dog every day, and we were really working on practicing walking with him and everything, and it was going really well. Like I said, you guys, the universe just likes to throw shit in my direction at all times, especially when it seems like I'm doing well and making progress in what I like. But you know, I don't fault the person who was in the accident. Like, I mean, life happens, and I just kind of come to this realization that I'm going to have to kind of plan my business around not my best day, but like what I can complete on my worst day. of, like the amount of work that I could get done and progress in my career and just take advantage of those good days when I do have them, but not rely on them. So yeah, the last 2 months have been really interesting. It started off really well, but now it's just kind of a lot of busy running around, and I'm so grateful that this family member wow, I can't even talk. I'm very grateful that this family member is in fact okay, and just looking forward to getting back into the rhythm of things. Thankfully, the kids are about to start school here next week, so I will have more time during my day to where I'm able to have a little bit more creative freedom throughout the days. But yeah, anyway, I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but I don't want to give too much information away about the family member or the situation, because it's just, it's private stuff. But I mean, it does affect my ability to create sometimes. So I just feel like I would like to let you know that situation. So anyway, let's move on from that, because I feel a little awkward talking about it. I don't know if it sounded awkward. I am sorry if it did. But anyway, so let's move on. I did put out a request for questions, and didn't really receive much. So we'll save a Q&A for another time, and we'll just kind of talk about the books, the movies, the podcasts, all the stuff that I've been up to, and what's hopefully going to go on for the fall. But like I said, I'm really not planning on much at this point. Okay, so let's talk about the TV shows first. I feel like such a bipolar person, and this is no diss at anybody that actually suffers with that, but like I feel like my taste is so strange. So firstly, I've been watching, okay, so Dexter Original Sin came out, okay? I was watching that and I absolutely loved that spin-off series. I thought it was so good. The actors did such a great job. And I just found out a couple days ago that they actually canceled that show after they renewed it for season 2. From what I can tell, like, everybody's trying to save it and they're really angry at Paramount. And there was like new management at Paramount, and they kind of put all the focus on Dexter Resurrection, which I am also watching. I just finished episode 9. Oh my god, Dexter is finally Dextering again, and I am so freaking excited to see how Dexter Resurrection ends with the last episode. Those two shows have just been like so interesting to watch, especially after the original Dexter came out, because I feel like I've rewatched that at least 7 times. I mean, like, it's up there with my Gilmore Girls rerun watch count. I mean, I feel like it says a lot about me. Like, I like Gilmore Girls, but like I also like dig Dexter. So like I don't know what personality that is. So if you have any insights into that, definitely let me know. But yeah, no, so that's been a lot of fun. I also watched the first 2 seasons of Sullivan's Crossing because I was a Gilmore Girls fan, and I'm a big fan of Scott Patterson. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Like, I started season 3, but it was just, I wasn't vibing it. Like, I was really into Dexter at this time, and just kind of like so in the throes of like what's going on. And like I said, I can't believe they canceled Original Sin after renewing it for a 2nd season, because there's a lot of things that I would really like to see how everything played out to where the original Dexter started. And I don't know how to say all of the stuff I want to say without any spoilers, but man, Dexter is Dextering this year, and I am so freaking pumped about it because I needed something new to watch, and I was so thrilled with it. But yeah, Dexter Resurrection is so good. So good. It has all the vibe of kind of like the original, but like with a twist on it, and I am just so thrilled with that. So anyway, I watched Original Sin to sum it up. I'm still waiting for the last episode of Dexter Resurrection. I watched 2 seasons of Sullivan's Crossing, and by the way, like all of this was done during caregiving. Like I wasn't just like sitting on my butt all summer, but like I have a broken person to take care of. You gotta keep the people entertained, because that person that got into the accident is a very, very busy person, and she's not very hobby oriented, so we watched a lot of shows during that process. We also gave The Hunting Wives a try, and I don't really know how I feel about that show. I felt uncomfortable for a lot of it. It felt, I don't know, it was very raunchy without the need, not so much as need. I'm more of like an angsty person when it comes to that stuff, and not so much just having it in there to have it in there. So I'm not really sure, but like the plot twist, I think it was like episode 5, I was like, oh man, now I gotta know what happens to this girl. And it ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna give season 2 a watch or not. It was definitely not my usual type of show to watch. Definitely not my usual. But then I'm currently waiting. Apparently we have 3 episodes left as of this moment of The Summer I Turned Pretty. And it seems like the whole female population, and even apparently a lot of boyfriends and husbands, are getting really into the show. And they're like even asking football players what team they're on. So I'm really not sure what to make of all of this. But it's way better than I thought it was going to be. And it's kind of got me in a chokehold because I haven't read the books that go with the show, The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I have no idea what's going to happen, because I didn't read the books first, obviously. Will I read the books after this? I'm not sure. We'll definitely have to find out. But yeah, so those are the shows that I have been watching. So I'm going to use a quick interlude here to kind of let you guys know that I do have some new free stuff in the cellar if you want to check that out. There's the Artopia map, art prompt map, and legend, and then there's a new Summerween ghost phone wallpaper. If you want to get your hands on that, all you have to do is sign up for my email list, and I will send you the password to the cellar. It's a secret password protected page on my website, and once you have the password, there's, you know, like 5 or 6 free wallpapers to choose from, the map, and a coupon code for my store. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out. I will leave the link in the video description below. Okay, wow, I spent a lot of time on TV shows and didn't even realize it, so I'm going to have to fly through the books, and we're going to have to talk about podcasts another day, because we just probably aren't going to have time for it. So, first of all, I've just finished a Mercy Thompson reread, the series. And who is that by? That is by Patricia Briggs, I believe. Yes, and I am currently in the midst of a Charlie Davidson series reread. I just really like the narrator on both of these books, and they're kind of like my comfort reads, and that's just what I kind of listen to in between waiting for my Audible credits and my Libby holds and all of that. So in between all of that, oh my gosh, there have been so many good books this year. I am currently reading The Exorcism of Fairies by J.L. Vampa, and I am really, really liking this book so far. It's a dark academia novel set in Ireland. I almost wish I would have waited for audio for this because I felt like it would have been better on audio, but I was really impatient and Book Talk was really pushing this one out. And it's pretty darn good. It's not like my favorite book of the year or anything, but it's up there with at least a 4-star read for me. I read In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. I really liked that one. I listened to this one on audio as well, and it was actually really pretty good. I think I wish it was a dual narration, but I don't think I got that in this one. I believe the second book is supposed to be a dual narration, which is my favorite style. And I think I gave that one, let me see. I gave it a 4-star, so it was 4-star, and I think that was because of the Audible. I have a little bit of an issue with some English accents, like the old-timey, I don't know, sometimes I just prefer a Scottish or an Irish accent if there is an accent in a book, so sometimes the girl's narration bothers me a little bit, but it might have been the main character because she was a little bit naive, but in the end I really liked her. And then I also read A Stark Few, which was really good. I believe I gave that one. I gave this one a 4-star also. I think all of my books this year have been 4 or 5 stars, which is not my usual. So I was really, really excited about that. 2 of my favorite books this year was The Wolf King by Lauren P. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name because I know I'm going to butcher it. The Wolf King, it was dual narration. So good. so good. And then this is a situation where the second book was better than the first. And the second book is called The Night Prince. And this book was amazing. Oh my god. I love it when the second book is better than the first. When the series keeps getting better instead of like going backwards and you're a little bothered by the book going downhill or not. But this, I cannot wait for book 3. I'm trying to distract myself currently by just waiting for the third book to come out. I have no idea when it comes out, but it was really, really good. I think probably those 2 books were probably my favorite reads this year. I'm sorry, apparently talking's hard for me today. And then I read Shield of Sparrows recently. What did I give this one? I gave this one a 4 stars also. I feel like book 2 is going to be a lot better than book 1, so I'm really looking forward to book 2. And then, what else did I read? I read House of Blight. I mean, a lot of these, I read a lot of rereads. But those are the recent ones. I read 50 books so far this year, which is pretty impressive for me. Usually I only manage to do 52 books a year because there's 52 weeks in a year, but I'm ahead of schedule. 50 books with 124 days left of the year is pretty impressive for me. So if you've read those books, definitely let me know what you thought of them. I'm sorry I didn't have time for synopsis stuff. I'm not a book talker. It's just what I'm reading. But anyway, you get the gist. Definitely let me know about the TV show stuff, especially the Dexter stuff. Have you watched it? Did you like it? What do you think? I also need to know if you're Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad, because that is a question I need answered desperately. Also, really quick too, I am in desperate need of some spooky season book recommendations, specifically audio. I will read physical copies, so if you have any recommendations for spooky season, definitely drop those in the comments. I hope you guys had fun today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.